Bonjour à toutes et à tous, bienvenue dans ma chaîne YouTube Paul Jenkins Languages. Bonne soirée et bienvenue. Good evening all. I haven't done one of these in a while, so it's nice to be back on my channel. I had a bit of a summer break, but I've got a few ideas that I want to work through. Let me get away from the screen, it's glaring a bit there. Apologies, I'm enrhumé, as the French would say. I should be enrhumé, I have a bit of a cold. Probably from being back teaching for the first time properly in about 6 months, but it's been great to be back in the classroom. Aujourd'hui, c'est Kim. So this is what's called the Kim model. The Kim model has been a way of learning new ideas and concepts, particularly in humanities subjects like history and geography. And I've adapted it for languages, so I'm going to talk through it now. If you're one of my Year 8 French and got a test on this, this is particularly helpful. If you're not, this can be adapted to Spanish as well and other languages, and maybe you want to suggest it to your teacher. So it stands for knowledge, information, and model. In other subjects like history, geography, that's often memory clue. I make it stand for model in languages. And the reason is that I want you as learners, when you're learning a new word, to then learn it in context. So for example, une tartine is a slice of bread and butter, but je mange une tartine is a sentence you can then use, and you would get a lot more out of the ability to be able to have sentences you remember and then kind of adapt those than just words. So the knowledge section here is the French word or phrase. What you then get, let me get that out of the way, that's better, is information, which is the translation aspect, and the model is the context. So I'm taking the French and then I'm putting it into a French sentence. So look here, je mange, the English translation, I eat, and then the model, au dîner, je mange de la viande. At dinner, I eat some meat. So if I were testing you on this, what I would give you is this table, and this is part of what I've just given a couple of my Year 8 French classes. Give you the table to memorize, either by copying things out, making flashcards, etc., whichever way you want to revise. Different people suit different things. And what I would then do when you are tested on it, bit of screen lag there, is I would take away bits of the table and then get you to fill in the gaps. So let's walk through a few ideas on this. So imagine, let's just do one gap at a time. So in the une tartine, I've taken away the one from information. So if you were doing this in a vocab test, you would then get a slice of bread and butter. You'd write the English in there, you get that right, you get the mark. Let's look at the other way. I've taken away from the knowledge, so I need to look at the English there, I eat. And also the great thing about this vocab test is because you've got the model there, your answer to this will actually be contained in the sentence here. So au dîner, je mange de la viande, I eat, so it's going to be je mange. You see how I think it's going beyond just a standard vocab test, and it's starting to get you to think a bit deeper, and I think that's better. Final one, the hardest one is definitely model. So tu bois, you drink, and what it is asking you to do there with that gap is to use it in a sentence. So for example, qu'est-ce que tu bois, what do you drink? Now I was demoing this in class today, and a Year 8 came up with, I think he said tu bois du coca. I've written tu bois du jus d'orange, you drink orange juice. That's also correct. That sentence there, as long as you're using what's in the knowledge here and put it into a sentence that makes sense, you get the mark. So for something like this, if there are any teachers watching, I would start small. So I think I did 10 words, phrases for the knowledge, so there's a potential for 30 gaps. I think in the test on Thursday, Friday for my Year 8s, I would have just 10 gaps to fill in and a pass mark of 5. I think start small on this because it's more complicated and build up. If you're a Year 8 who's got me Thursday, Friday for this test that's on Show My Homework, 10 gaps to fill in, a mix of knowledge, information and model, and you will be filling in those 10 gaps, and you will need to get 5 right to pass. Okay, super. A big shout out as well to any new subscribers that have joined. I'm going to try and put a few more videos out now. Obviously, getting back to school in a COVID secure way has been fairly full on, but great to be back. N'hésitez pas de laisser un commentaire. Please leave a comment on the videos you'd like to do. Great to be reading a few comments. I'll try and get back to those as soon as I can. Merci beaucoup à toutes et tous. Au revoir et bonne nuit.